What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another movie review. Today we're talking 2024's Unfrosted, from director and starring Jerry Seinfeld in his love of Pop-Tarts and how the Pop-Tart became to be. And it's all about Kellogg's and Post and all those people that ran the cereal companies, Quaker Oats, you know. So he kind of almost does like the roast of Tom Brady, but the roast of cereal companies in this movie. And he made this movie without asking permission, right? So this movie could have been sued, you know, shut down, never been able to release because he never got Kellogg's and Post and all those companies copyright, like he never got their permission to use them in the movie, right? So he just made the movie and then hoped for the best afterwards. So it's kind of astonishing that this movie even got made because of that side of things, right? The legal side of things, where all these companies had to then sign off on this and say, yeah, it's okay. But Jerry made the movie first instead of getting the signatures first, right? So he kind of did it backwards, but he's also 70. All right, I've been talking about this for a little bit now. Jerry Seinfeld's fucking 70 years old. That is astonishing to me. He looks better than I do, and he's 70. He still sounds like he's in his 50s, you know, and he still moves pretty good, you know. He looks great. I give it to him. But the cast of this movie, he's phenomenal in this movie. He cracks me up. So we got Jim Gaffigan, Melissa McCarthy, they're like his boss and his right-hand man. And then you have Fred Armisen in this. Like, just gonna go through quick. The cast in this is absolutely ridiculous. Hugh Grant is Tony the Tiger, right? Like, that's hilarious. Amy Schumer is like the lady Post that's challenging Kellogg's, right? So going back and forth with them. Max Greenfield next to her, he's funny in this as well. He's funny in the show with Cedric the Entertainer. I think it's called The Neighborhood. My mother and sister watch it, but that show's pretty good. But like the cast in this is ridiculous. Hugh Grant, Amy Schumer, Jerry Seinfeld, Jim Gaffigan, Melissa McCarthy. Then we get to like some SNL people. Where like Drunk Uncle, Mikey Days, the Snap Crackle Pop, Mikey Days Crackle, Cedric the Entertainer, is Stu Smiley, Earthquake was in here, Kyle Dunnigan's in there as Johnny Carson and Walter Cronkite, Sebastian Maniscalco's in there, Adrian Martinez, the plays Drunk Uncle plays Chef Boyardee, right? Like, from SNL, Bobby Moynihan, he's Chef Boyardee. That's so funny. Harold von Brault is Thomas Lennon. He's super funny. Jack McBrayer, he's funny. Yeah, Adrian Martinez plays Carvel, right? Like Carvel ice cream. Like, so the people they have in this just keeps going and going and going. And then from like the Ozark, the guy that they had playing like El Chapo, he's like the El Sugarcane guy, right? It's fucking hilarious. Peter Dinklage is like the cow, right? Like the dairy guy, like that's taking over. His name is Harry Friendly, so maybe Friendlies. Dean Norris is in this. Like this is, it's so deep. Ronnie Chang, John Hamm, what? Fred Armisen, I already said that one. Dude, just so deep. Watch it for yourself. You'll see more and more people in this that you're like, I recognize him, I recognize him, I recognize him. Right? Like, and it's all of your, like, as a kid, you know, growing up, I played, like, computer video games. And it was always stuff like Kellogg's and Post and all that type of stuff that was those games. And it's just so funny going back because I put all those things out of my memory. So now watching this again, I'm like, oh my God, Post, Quaker, right, yeah. Carvel, right? Like, all these names that I would have never, Chef Boyardee, I used to eat Chef Boyardee all the fucking time, right? Like, cracked me up. And then also you just get to see Jerry Seinfeld's perspective of being 5 in 1959 and being like, oh my God, Pop-Tarts. They're square, they're in the same shape as the box, you put them in the toaster, you bing, a couple minutes later it's warm, ready to go, you know? Like, I had Pop-Tarts all the time as a kid. The same exact way. Put it in the toaster, bing. Amazing. Hot, warm, burn the roof of your mouth, you know? Awesome. Awesome treat. Awesome movie. Unfrosted. Him and Melissa McCarthy, between Jerry and Melissa McCarthy, I really had a good time just chuckling at the humor of this and how silly but funny it is. And it's just one of those movies, almost like a Happy Gilmore, where I feel it's going to be a classic for a long time, and I believe people will be watching Unfrosted years from now. Like, this one won't be caught in the wash and just be forgotten about. I think this is going to be one of those all-time classics. It just has that feel where it's going to be timeless. It's going to be, if you're 80 and you were back around when Pop-Tarts were made, you might find this funny. If you were in your 20s and you were a kid eating Pop-Tarts in the 2000s, you might find this funny, and anywhere in between, right? So I think it's a solid movie, man. Overall, I gave this movie 3.5 out of 5 stars, about a 7 out of 10, and it's just solid. It's funny, it's entertaining, it's a good time, and I really can't recommend enough. Go check this out on Netflix right now. Shout out Jerry Seinfeld, shout out the whole crew and cast. Really deep cast, and it's just Jerry Seinfeld called in all of his favors from all of his buddies and was like, hey, you want to be in this? And he got a whole bunch of people. Like Hugh Grant being Tony the Tiger is hilarious, and it has no business being that funny, but it is, and like Sebastian Maniscalco is a private investigator, right? Like, it's just so silly that it's awesome, right? Like, it's one of those movies in just go and laugh and have a good time and don't take yourself too seriously, and that's how I feel about it. But comment below your thoughts on the movie, and I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. What movie should I watch next? Do you have any movie recommendations for me? You can follow me on my other social medias, links down in the description below. Check my letterbox out. Don't miss my future movie reviews, and I will see you beautiful people in the next video. Stay tuned for more Comically Boston. Stay tuned for more movie reviews. There'll be more coming to the channel soon, and I will see you guys in the next one.